Hey guys, thank you for tuning in today to Food Talk with Chef Josh. I am your host, Chef Josh, and today's episode we are going to be talking none other than about the great budget-friendly item known as mac and cheese, guys. Who in here loves mac and cheese? I have so many ideas for you guys. We are going to start out the first segment of this episode of talking about breakfast-friendly and budget-friendly ideas for you. Yes, you can use mac and cheese in a breakfast. And we're going to be talking about other dishes that you can make, like appetizers, for another segment in this episode, along with a side or even a main dish, guys. And we're even going to be talking about some of my favorite dishes I used to eat as a child and I still make till this day. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode because we're going to be making memories together, guys. This is going to be an amazing journey for us all. And when you listen to this episode, always remember to make the menu your idea. You're going to be on a budget, and today's episode will be on a budget-friendly option for you guys. So please sit back, relax. If you're in the kitchen cooking now, be inspired. Come up with an idea, guys. And here we go for the ride. All right, guys, we're entering into this segment of talking about this staple of mac and cheese. You know, it's been a staple of the United States where mac and cheese for all ages, all generations have been around. You can make homemade mac and cheese to buying a pre-made mix of mac and cheese and putting it together so it's already prepared for you guys. Now, if you're going to go off on a budget-friendly part for mac and cheese, I highly recommend making it from homemade. So what you're going to do, guys, I've heard a couple different recipes, and I'm going to throw these by you. So you're going to boil your noodles. You're going to put them into a strainer. After they're tender, you're going to get milk, cheese, butter, and a little bit of flour. You're going to put that all together, guys. Let it melt all together, and you can add more cheese. You can add more butter if you want more buttery flavored noodles, and more cheese if you want more cheesy. But guys, think about it. You make this and it goes into your dish. Now, one of my big things I can tell you, and this is the shocking part, do you know you can use mac and cheese for about anything? For this segment, we're going to talk about breakfast ideas, guys. Now, I've looked up different recipes and I have seen some of these done. I haven't personally tried some of them, but I'm going to give you guys some great ideas. Now, one being an omelet, guys. Do you know you can put mac and cheese into an omelet? If you're going to do an omelet, you're going to cook your scrambled eggs like you're going to make your scrambled eggs. And toward the end, you're going to put your mac and cheese. If you want to do vegetables with it, you can do that. It's all going to be in a budget, guys. You can get bell peppers or any type of vegetable you want from the grocery store at your budget price too, and you can make a dish out of it. So you're going to do the exact same thing you would do to make a regular omelet. You're going to put it in your fry pan, and when it gets ready for you to flip half of it, you're going to throw your mac and cheese, make sure it's well heated. Throw in your sauteed vegetables, some extra cheese if you want it, and go from there. You can make whatever you want, and then you do a side of fruit and a side of toast with it, guys. You got yourself a very hearty breakfast. That is one amazing and filling omelet, and some of you guys may even like to have oatmeal with your omelets on the side as well. So there's always good options with it. The other idea that I was looking into telling you guys and giving you some information on is try out doing potato hash with mac and cheese. Guys, throw in your favorite potato O'Brien's from a frozen pack. Throw it into your fry pan with a little bit of olive oil or some butter. Get your potatoes, and it's already got some of your vegetables in it, so you don't have to add as much. If you want to add mushrooms into your hash brown style mix with your mac and cheese, guys, that's all up to you. And if you want, throw in some sausage or do some seasoned chicken or something like that. It's all up to you guys on how you make your dish. And one of the big things I can tell you guys is you want to make your dishes look beautiful. And with your hash brown mac and cheese, guys, one of the big things I would say is do an egg on the side of it. If you like a sunny side egg, those things are so cheap for eggs. You guys can use whatever you want to your heart's content. That is one big thing I can tell you about, is come up with ideas, guys. Let your minds run when you are in the midst of making certain things. Now, another good idea, guys, I was thinking about for you was a mac and cheese style steak and eggs. Guys, why not throw in your steak and eggs and then do a small little plate of mac and cheese? Yes, it's a side dish for you, but you're still using your mac and cheese from the night before, and you're still working on different things. It's constantly a new thing you can come up with in your mind. All right, let's talk about appetizers, guys. Yes, you can make appetizers out of your leftover mac and cheese, or make fresh mac and cheese, guys. It is going to be bomb. I'm going to tell you this. One of the many things I have read recipes up on is a mac and cheese bite. Yes, guys, you heard that right. A mac and cheese bite. This is perfect for your Super Bowl parties or birthday parties, or even family get-togethers. If you want to make that homemade mac and cheese, go ahead and make yourself up some mac and cheese bites, even for a small snack, guys. You're going to scoop them up, and then you're going to roll it in breadcrumbs, and then you're going to throw it into the oven and let them bake. Now, once it gets crispy, guys, you pull those things out, let them cool for a quick second, pop one of those in your mouth, and you got yourself a mac and cheese bite. There are just so many different other ideas you could do, like even a mac and cheese stuffed mushroom, guys. You can go out and get the tiny little mushrooms where you're going to pop the insides of them out. They're going to have the stems on it. You'll pop those out. You're going to wash your mushroom. Always wash your produce or any of your vegetables you get, guys, because you're taking any of the bacteria off, but you're also cooking it. Yes, you got to be careful with washing a mushroom because it absorbs moisture. But my favorite thing to do with a mushroom is putting other parts we will talk about in later episodes, is making your own homemade spinach dip. But let's get back to this part. Guys, what you do is you're going to take mac and cheese. You're going to have it. It's already pre-cooked. You're going to clean out your tiny little mushrooms. You're going to stuff those mushrooms with a little bit of mac and cheese. Get this ready for a game day or a surprise party. And what you're going to do with those stuffed mushrooms, after you put the mac and cheese into the mushroom, you're going to sprinkle some breadcrumbs on it. You're going to throw those into the oven until this whole mushroom is tender and the inside is nice and heated. And there you go, guys. You place it out on your table and you make amazing. You could be the belle of the ball for an appetizer because you just came up with a dish. You can make your own ideas, guys, and on a budget. I know sometimes mushrooms can be a little pricey, but You can get them at decent prices at the store as long as you're going to your local grocery store. Some places might be a little more expensive. The other idea I had for you guys is a mac and cheese mini pepper. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut your pepper in half. Okay, guys? What you're gonna do is you'll wash your peppers, you're gonna cut the top off, and you're gonna leave the bottom on, but you're gonna slice it right down the middle. You're gonna pull the seeds and the stuffing out of it, and you're gonna rewash that pepper. You're then going to throw in some mac and cheese to where it's like a bowl. And what you'll do is you can add sausage or any of that type of stuff into your mac and cheese appetizer, and they're gonna get like a little bowl of mac and cheese. And you can get tiny little peppers too as well. One of my favorite things to do with that is throw a little bit of breadcrumbs on. Throw in your favorite protein. It could be chicken, it could be beef, it could be even seafood if you want, guys. It's all up to you on this. This is just an episode for you guys to figure out some new ideas for yourself. If you want to use my recipes, go for it. That's what I'm here for. And I can definitely tell you guys, there are so many other ideas. Did you know, get this guys, and this is great for a party. Did you know you can make a mac and cheese slider? Guys, throw on some mac and cheese that is piping hot, that just came out of the pot. Throw it on one of your favorite slider buns. Throw on some pieces of bacon, or get your favorite thing. If I know it's not a budget friendly, but if you can get your hands on some brisket, oh my goodness, guys. Throw a little bit of barbecue sauce onto it. Oh my goodness, guys. You have a mac and cheese brisket slider. So good. And there's just so many other different ideas, guys, you can come up with on your own for making memories and just different appetizers. So please, guys, come up with an idea. Let me know in the comments what you come up for an appetizer or a breakfast or any of these dishes that I'm talking about. If you can make something better, let me know. I would love to get your ideas. So we're going to move on to the next section now. And I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the episode so far. All right, guys, let's talk about sides and main dishes for mac and cheese. For sides, you're gonna have on your normal plates when you serve, say, a burger. Some people want to do mac and cheese on the side for their burger. And instead of fries, they're gonna want mac and cheese with some collard greens if it's southern, or let's do some mac and cheese with baked beans, guys. It's a staple of the South right there as well. Because, you know, they make some of the best mac and cheese, I have to say. And we can all say our parents at some point either make the best homemade mac and cheese, or you buy it from a box. You get a box mac and cheese where you're gonna get the packet and you're gonna dump your cheese and your milk in, and you'll throw your butter in. But let's just say you have so many different sides you can do with your mac and cheese, and it goes great with a pork steak. It goes great with some chicken. Even if you did a side salad with your onions and tomatoes, stuff like that, guys, that's all what you can use for your side. Now we're gonna jump to main dishes, guys. I have so many ideas for main dishes for you guys, and it's just great to talk about this because, you know, let's go on with a mac and cheese casserole, guys. Who doesn't like a good casserole? You throw it into the oven for 45 minutes to some of them up to an hour. Throw in your favorite protein. It could be a breakfast sausage. You could do back to a breakfast part. You could do a breakfast sausage casserole for dinner. You could make breakfast for dinner with mac and cheese. And guys, there's just so many different things you can do where you make the dish your own. With the casserole, guys, think about this. You could do a cornbread casserole and throw in your favorite mac and cheese. Yes, it may be a little weird, but you know what? It's an option for you. You're not wasting any food, and it's a great way to get rid of leftovers. Or if you're going to be doing a main dish with the mac and cheese, come up with something like that. It will work. And here's the other thing with the mac and cheese casserole, guys. If you do just the mac and cheese casserole where you add your favorite protein like a chicken, even bacon, guys, bacon will add flavor into your mac and cheese. I highly recommend it. Throw on some breadcrumbs, guys. Throw in some barbecue sauce. Put in your favorite, if you want to have a Southwestern style mac and cheese casserole, go with it. Throw in a can of Rotel diced tomatoes. That's what I highly would recommend for you guys. Come out with different casserole ideas. The other one, guys, did you know you can put mac and cheese on a pizza? This is new to me. What type of sauce do you use, you ask? Throw on a cheese sauce. You could get some of that instant cheese that comes in a can. Throw that onto your homemade dough if you make homemade dough out of your mixer that has a bread hook. Make your dough and let that baby rise. Throw it out on a plate or in your bowl for just a little bit of time. After it rises, lay it out, put your cheese sauce on. Then you're going to add your mac and cheese, and then add more cheese onto that, and you can even add little bits of bacon. You could do steak. You could do whatever you want, guys. It's just a really big option for you. The other option I have for you guys, in an instance, if you're trying to get rid of leftovers and you want to go Mexican for dinner one night, why not try throwing in your mac and cheese into a pan? You're going to cook it all up. And of course, you're going to have some other pans on the side with this. But throw in your mac and cheese, get it all heated up, guys. And what you're going to do, you're going to make a mac and cheese quesadilla. Yes, it sounds kind of weird. But add your favorite taco seasoning. Add your favorite steak. Add your favorite chicken. Throw it all together, guys. And you can even add mixed vegetables into the different things. You could cut up onion. You could cut up bell pepper. You could cut up your mushrooms. Throw it all into it. Make it your own. And throw in maybe even a little bit of salsa. You guys got yourself a Mexican style quesadilla, but made with mac and cheese. And nothing is going to waste, guys. And these are going to be thick quesadillas for you. You're going to cut it like a normal quesadilla. And who's to say, maybe you want to cut it into 4 big slices and enjoy it. It would be an appetizer for you guys as well. The other option you guys have too is something similar to the stuffed mushrooms that were in the appetizer segment. You could do a set part where you're going to do a mac and cheese stuffed portobello mushroom. Now, you're going to have a bigger part to work with for your mushroom there. It's going to be pretty decent size for you. And you're going to go, okay, what can I do with this? This is just going to be the tip of the iceberg for you guys. You can come up with just about anything you want. And there's just so many different ideas. Guys, you could make yourself a Southern style dish if you wanted out of this mac and cheese. There is options where you take your favorite protein, you put it in with your mac and cheese, you take and do a Southwestern take on it, or guys, deep fry your chicken in a batter and then throw in your chicken. You can take anything that you got in the fridge. All it is for your chicken, guys, is you're gonna do an egg wash, and then you're gonna have breadcrumbs to the side, put them in a bowl, add your favorite seasoning, throw that in, and you can cook your chicken in your air fryer. It doesn't have to be in an actual pot with oil. You can do that if you want. Air fryers are technically healthier for you because it's not having all the oils that you have to cook like a deep fryer. So these are just little options for you guys, and we are going to go into the final segment of talking about some of my favorite dishes when I was a child. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and finish this segment up on talking a little bit about my childhood of what I used to eat for mac and cheese. Now, my family made money, but we didn't have a lot. We worked with what we had, and I know this is a budget friendly for especially people who don't make a lot and they're trying to live off of spending the least amount of money to where they can still pay their bills, make ends meet, stuff like that. Guys, one of the big staples for America is buying the box mac and cheese. Well, that stuff normally goes for about $2 now, and you can get quite a few boxes of it, and you could throw in hot dogs, stuff like that, and you can also make homemade mac and cheese, which is super, super easy. I talked a little bit about it in the beginning of this episode of Land of Mac and Cheese. So my mom loved to make just different styles of mac and cheese for me growing up as a child. One of my favorites was she would get the box mac and cheese and she would throw it in the pan, let the water boil, get it up to a boil, throw the noodles in, let the noodles cook, and you guys know a lot of those noodles will expand when they get water to them, and then also it just is a quick and easy meal. You let them cook for about 10 minutes to where they're tender, and then she would dump it into the strainer, get the water out, throw them back into the pan, put your mixture of your cheese powder, butter, and actual milk. You mix that all together, guys, and you have mac and cheese. The other option was, if you wanted not just mac and cheese, throw in some hot dogs. We're going to be talking later in another episode I will be doing on hot dogs, and I just wanted to throw out, hot dogs are an amazing option with throwing it into mac and cheese, because that's every kid's dream right there, is to have mac and cheese and hot dogs. Now, one of my favorite things as a kid growing up was the hot dogs and mac and cheese. But my mom would make certain dishes from the mac and cheese casserole to where she would serve it with a side with a burger. Stuff like that, guys. It's just different little things. I remember growing up when my dad would go hunting, we would do venison and mac and cheese at one point, and that was one of my favorite things. Having fresh venison that he brought home, wild game, tastes really good with mac and cheese. And it tastes good with a lot of other things, like a vegetable. Do a steamed vegetable on the side with broccoli. Oh my goodness, you guys got so many different options you can do. But there's just so many different options I had, but we were on a budget. Now, one of the other many options that I can tell you, which it wasn't my favorite, but if I remember right, my mom used to make a mac and cheese muffin. And guys, you're gonna say it's gross. It wasn't my favorite, but it actually was really good. There was just so many different things that she made growing up, when I was growing up as a child, that you're just like, wow, this is actually really good, guys. What can I put in with that? Well, guys, there's times that one of my favorite things to do, and a lot of people absolutely despise this. So growing up as a kid, I would take mac and cheese, put it in a bowl, and this is where a lot of people go gross. Guys, I would put ketchup in my mac and cheese, stir it up, and eat it that way. It was a great option, and it gave it some flavor. You had some tang to it. You had the salt from the sodium, and just so many different options, guys. It's just really cool ideas that my mom would try doing to where I would enjoy it. And, you know, thinking about it and moving forward, you know, they got so many different parts. There was times she would take, and I'm not joking on this, so she would cook noodles, put it into a pot, cook the noodles, boil them, the whole shebang, and then she would transfer them to the strainer, put them back into the pot, and she'd take a half a block of Velveeta cheese, guys, put some milk and some butter in that, and that was our other part. And she would do it with my favorite noodles of all times. I absolutely love shell noodles, because when you have a shell noodle, guys, they're very cheap and very inexpensive. You can pick them up for about $1.50 for a box, and you can get them at your local grocery store. And guys, it was so great because I would go to the fridge and I would try and find some of the different proteins that you can throw into your mac and cheese. And if we had chicken the night before, guys, yeah, it was on the grill. You did barbecue chicken to it. If it was on the grill, guess what? You would make something out of it, because we didn't like wasting things in our house, and I live by that rule. I try not to waste anything in my fridge. And if you see stuff, I highly recommend that you come up with ideas and you just do what you want to do with your dishes. And guys, to leave this segment off, I am just super excited. I wanted to announce I am on 6 different platforms now. If you guys could look me up on YouTube at Food Talk with Chef Josh, it is on there now. I have the podcast that you're currently listening to on YouTube. I have it on Apple Music. Not Apple Music. I have it on Apple Podcasts, so forth. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on Instagram at Chef Josh 2024. So please look me up on Instagram. Hit me on my follows. Tell your family and friends about me. I'm also on TikTok and Facebook. There's just so many different options that you guys can go for of finding me, and I can't wait to talk about the next episode. I will not be doing a poll for this next episode, because I will explain why in the following episode that I will be making up for you guys. So please stay tuned, and thank you for joining today's episode. It was really great that you guys got to listen. I'm super excited about more episodes to come. Thank you again, guys. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I can't wait to talk.